G'day guys, Darkin here with another toy review. So this week I received quite a large package with a few goodies inside of it. So that's why I'm making this video. You're probably also wondering why I'm wearing the build driver. Well, I'll get into that very soon. But first off, let's get into what I'm reviewing. Today I will be reviewing the Kamen build DX Hazard Triger. Hopefully you can see that very well. If not, sorry. That is the Hazard Triger for Kamen build. I believe it is his current strongest form that is out, with the exception of him going berserk and wanting to beat the shit out of every single thing he can see. Anyway, moving right along. So as you can see, that is the box there for it. Has a trigger on the front. Kamen build DX Hazard Triger with hazard form rabbit tank on there. I really like it. I think that looks cool. On the back, you have Wolf cell phone or smartphone. All the obligatories on how to use it, what buttons to press, and all the little hoo-ha on that. On the side, just a few little details. On the other side, hazard tank rabbit with the trigger on there. So that is the box. Now you're probably also still wondering why I'm still wearing this and I haven't explained that. Well, basically in the show, Kamen build doesn't sort of go, oh, I'll put the driver on first and the trigger in and the bottle's in and blah 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 blah. He never does. I haven't seen that happen in the show, so he basically puts on the trigger when he desperately needs the advantage. So he's usually always got the driver on. So I thought, well, if he's going to do it with the driver on, I might as well do it with my driver on. So that's what we're doing. So, that's the box. Let's get into the trigger. Havoom! Beautiful ending. So, there is the Hazard Triger. It is a little small for someone who has a giant hand. I know. Trust me, I know. So as you can see, nice little red plastic, a little bit of silver trimming on it. You've got a gauge on here, you normally would. You've got the build logo on the side there, obviously because he's the one that built it. Nice silver for the bottom bit, QR code on the back with a speaker. Also this takes, now I believe it takes a CR battery, two of them, in the back there, but they are already included, which is a good thing. You got a clear plastic for the top, just so you can cover the trigger, so you don't accidentally press it, because God forbid you don't want to do that. On the inside, you've got a nice little blue. It's a blue metallic button, which is really cool. I like that little design, and then obviously the hazard sticker around to say it's a bad thing. So, might as well get into it, shouldn't we? So, I'm going to bring in 2 full bottles because you kind of need those to do this. So I've just grabbed a rabbit tank because that's what I have on hand right now. So let's get into it. So we flip off that, goes in, clips in there nice and easily, and we press the blue button and you get pretty self-explanatory. And then that's done, you put it into the driver. Now into the build driver, there's a little slot up the back. You would have all seen wondering what that is for. Well, now we know the answer. It's for the trigger. So, like so, you just clip it in. And you get a nice little sound to say that it is locked in. So, now we get the 2 full bottles. And again, it doesn't matter what bottles you use. I have tested this with a few different ones. You get the same sound no matter what. But I'll explain that later. So, let's get into it. Anyway, I'll get into it. So, wind the trigger. So basically the build driver does its initial thing when you put in like the full bottles, so are you ready? Once it gets to that stage, then the hazard trigger takes over and does the rest, because obviously you're not using the build driver, you're using hazard form. Now, while build is going away, fighting, beating the bad guys, the form is trying to take over, and eventually what happens is he gets overwhelmed, and then that's when we see the berserk form they go through. Now, I'm going to do it. Be warned, I will not be harmed. I am a trained professional. I can deal with this. Trust me. Anyway, so when that happens, he obviously presses this to get max hazard. So, I'm going to do the same thing. And away we go. Nice little rave music going on there. I like it. And then we wind the trigger. So when he's in that, he's obviously got a lot of power behind him, and his fists are a little bit more stronger, his kicks are more stronger. And again, depending on the bottle best match you have, your attacks are a lot stronger. Now, I'll do it all again just so you guys can hear it and see it. So, first of all, take the trigger off, take the bottles out. Again, we press the button at the top to start it going. So, again, plug it in. And then we put the full bottles in. And then you just wind it. So it goes through the same thing. Now the hazard trigger only has 2 sounds, so you're not going to get anything different out of it. And it's the same with the finisher. Now you're like, wait, but you just did the finisher. I did the hazard trigger finisher, and basically with that it's a little bit different. So when you want the hazard finish, and to do that, all you got to do is wind it, just like so. And there you go, hazard finish. So basically you would do it like your normal Voltic finish, except it's a hazard finish because obviously the hazard trigger. Now you're probably going, but Darken, wouldn't it matter what bottles you put in? Not exactly, no. It doesn't matter which best match you put in, you're going to get the same sound effect. So for that, I am going to show you. So I'll take out, obviously, the trigger, take out Rabbit Tank, and then I'll grab 2 different bottles. Another best match. So we'll go, I don't know, Wolf Smart Form. So I'll just cycle through, just so you can get the idea. I think that's really cool. Hazard on. Anyway, into the driver. And 2 full bottles. And that's all it is. No matter what best smash you put in, you're always going to get the same thing. It's just super best match. Hazard trigger takes over and that's it. The reason for that is because the trigger does not know what full bottles you are putting in, because obviously that's the job of the build driver. Now you're probably wondering what would happen if you didn't put a best match in. Well, that's a good question. Let's find out. So, same procedure as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary there. 2 non-best matches. And there you go. We'll just wind it. And that's pretty much it. So it doesn't matter what you put in. It just really comes down to what you use. Obviously, a best match is going to get you the super best match. Whereas with a non-best match combination like so, you don't get anything different. It makes the exact same noise. Again, like I said, it's because the hazard trigger just doesn't know what you're putting in. So, that's the only thing. So yeah. Nothing more to say to it, I think. So yeah, that was my review on the Kamen Rider build DX Hazard Trigger. So yeah, like I said, I really like this form. I think it's a cool form. It would be nice if Centaur Kamen Rider build could control it. Whether he can, that is down the future. And we'll have to wait and see for that. I picked this up, like I said, in a big package thanks to my friend Tucker from I'm going to say this wrong again, he's going to hurt me, is Kozetsu Toys Japan. You can also pick this up from HobbyLink Japan, Ami. You can also get it from Amazon, eBay, but be wary of their prices because Amazon and eBay are a little bit different. All the links will be in the description below. So yeah, that was my review on the Kamen Rider Hazard build Trigger. Again, thank you guys. If you really enjoyed this, please hit that like button. Every little bit does help. And if you want to see any future content from me, not only just toy reviews, gameplay, and I do a weekly live stream, hit that subscribe button. As always guys, I'll see you in the next one. Laters! Just one more.